So if you're a filmmaker or a person who makes videos, you'd have actually tried to mess around with the colors of your footage in order to make it look more cinematic or appealing. But even if you have the highest end of the highest end video editing software, you actually can't get what you expected. That is mainly because these cameras, like the mirrorless cameras or the DSLRs, shoot at an 8-bit color profile, which basically means that each frame has 256 different color gradients to display. But when you mess around with these colors, it actually tends to lose its gradiency and it doesn't look nice. Yeah, it doesn't look nice. So if you follow this channel, a few months back we actually posted a video called DJI Ronin unboxing video B-roll, which turned out to be a disaster in terms of lighting and color. That is mainly because it was shot at 120 frames a second. I think this is getting too technical, but yeah, it was shot at a higher frame rate which required more light and more colors, but it eventually turned out really bad. So that day we decided to get this thing. So this is the Atomos Ninja 5. This thing costs around 63,000 rupees Indian money, and what it does is basically it takes out the 8-bit uncompressed footage from your HDMI and records it in an SSD which is actually connected to the monitor in a format called as Apple ProRes or Avid DNxHR. So you might be wondering what these color codecs are, what these video codecs are. So basically this is not a consumer level video codec, it is a pro level video codec, and you definitely require some sort of video editing software in order to play back these footages. Like, don't confuse this with raw images or raw videos, those are different things, but this gets a little closer to raw video than this compressed format of video which we generally shoot in. So don't get me wrong, this monitor does not increase the bitrate of your video or anything, but it just gives you a wider color gradient to work with without losing quality. Okay, so let's just get into the unboxing and have a first look at the Atomos Ninja 5. You don't need a knife to unbox this anyway. So this is the box of the Ninja 5. Obviously it has Ninja 5 written here, the branding Atomos obviously. Let me just remove the seal and show it to you. That's right, you just need to pull this thing off. Seal just breaks apart. So just take this out, throw this somewhere. So this is the box. We have the Ninja 5, we have the Atomos branding. Sorry, I removed it by mistake. So we have a 5-inch 4K 60 frames a second monitor recorder for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. So here we have whatever features are there with the recorder. You guys can pause the video to see what are the features, and that's pretty much it with the box. Let's just get into the unboxing. Okay, we just have a pull tab over here. You can just pull and push, open. We have a nice padding over here, and this is obviously the monitor. Remove this. It's pretty heavy actually compared to the DSLR which I have. This is the cradle again. Here we have a pamphlet which says welcome to the Atomos family, Ninja 5, and then here we have the battery to DC power supply adapter. So this monitor can actually be powered off the power outlet as well. And then that's it with that part. Here we have a few international travel adapters inside this. Obviously I don't want to use, I'll be needing this. This is Indian. I'll keep this over here and push these back. Here obviously we have the adapter which you get along with the Ninja 5, and here is a 12-volt input, and it's a pretty long cable also. And last but not least, SSD carry. This is from Atomos. You can put the SSD into this and then you can slide it back behind the monitor. So here we have the accessories case. The accessories case is from a company called Atomx. Okay, it's like a third-party thing, but it's a verified third-party seller of Atomos, which is an Australian company. So we have a case, EVA case. We have two NP F750 batteries, a charger adapter, a charger, I don't know, you call this a cradle, I guess. So a cradle, a few international travel adapters, and a sun hood. So let's just get into this. Yeah, my hand itself is huge, so this is how big it is compared to my arm. Let's just open this thing and have a look of how it is. This is our screen protector, which is from obviously Atomx, and this is for the Ninja 5 and Shinobi. I don't know how we pronounce that. For that we have our great sun hood, which is not that it's not a sun hood, I guess. This is a sun hood clamp which gets attached to the monitor. Then we have our so this is the charger cradle, a battery indicator which indicates the amount of battery left to charge, or the amount of battery left in the battery. Let's keep that aside. So here we have, I think this is the sun hood, which easily gets just covered and then you can put it back inside. So this is the sun hood, and here we have the travel adapter, and this is a 12-volt input. These are two Sony NP-F batteries. Two together, I think both the batteries together would give you around 6 hours of usage. Okay, so talking about the features of the monitor, it has a 5.2 inch 427 ppi full HD 1080p display. Yeah, which peaks out at 1000 nits of brightness. That means you have more than enough brightness to watch your content out in the daylight when you're shooting. Yeah. So talking about the storage option, you have a SATA 3 SSD which needs to be around 500 megabits per second of read-write speed in order to get the ProRes footage or Avid footage onto your disk, onto your SSD. Yeah. Do keep that in mind. It'll be preferable if you can actually get a Samsung SSD along with this monitor in order to get the peak performance. And then talking about the other features of the monitor, you have live 3D LUT preview, which basically is the means that you can actually see how your footage would look like after you have graded it in post, which people like us need very much. Even though after the preview also we won't be able to get good footage, we'll mess it up definitely. So talking about the other features, you have HDMI 2.0 in and out. That is why you have only 4K at 60 frames per second maximum record limit than 4K at 120 frames a second. When you have a normal camera like a mirrorless DSLR which outputs at 8-bit color profile, you can actually get 3 different codecs for ProRes, that is ProRes LQ, ProRes 422 and ProRes HQ. But when you have a higher end DSLR like the Sony A7S III or higher, I mean there is no better camera than that. Okay, like the Canon R5 or something, you can actually get RAW, ProRes RAW, which is really great when you actually consider that these are budget cameras and they do not cost as much as 24 to 1 crore Indian rupees to purchase. So these are the basic features, and when you talk about compatibility, it is compatible to any camera which can give you a clean HDMI out. Gaming consoles, for you gamers out there, you can actually record your content at the best codec possible, and this is the best monitor, trust me, for all those purposes. It is pretty thin. It is about 1 inch thin, I guess, or less than an inch thin, and then it is made up of aluminium, which is really cool. It does have a fan inside, so it keeps it cool and running even if you keep it on for hours together. I think that's pretty much it with the video. Yeah, I don't have anything to talk about. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you actually think that your filmmaking friends can be benefited by this video, do share and hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe definitely. I'm waiting. Please subscribe. Okay, so I think you've done subscribing to the channel. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.